Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk a brand new topic, which is pretty interesting, and this is going to help a lot of Entra administrator as well as identity administrator, security administrator, and people who are working in IT as an IT admin as well, right? So this is for everyone basically, including people who are working on from L1 level, L2, L3, and people who are working on architect level as well, right? And this is going to be something very interesting to learn and do a lot of stuff using scripting, right? People generally don't like scripting, but scripting is something which helps a lot and different scenarios, right? And it's also resolves so many problems at one point. We don't really need to go back into the portal and click on this and that and then get that work done, right? But the script, it's going to something they provide us a lot of things, right? A lot of things as in case you wanted to do something deployment, or if in case you wanted to export a report, right? So it's going to provide you the complete accessibility as well as details at the one place, right? So what is it, right? So I'm going to talk about that one, and then I'm going to show you how we can install it on the PowerShell as well as, and then we can go ahead and execute the commandlets and everything together, right? So let's talk about it. So it's a Microsoft Identity Tools solution, right? And this tool is open source PowerShell module built by Microsoft Entra customer experience engineering team, right? And it provides various tools for performing enhanced identity administration activities, right? And this module is built using on top of Microsoft Graph PowerShell, right? So isn't that cool? This works on the Microsoft PowerShell 7 and above versions. It does not work on the traditional PowerShell or traditional PowerShell as in the PowerShell modules or PowerShell application which comes with the Windows desktop, right? So let me share my screen and then we can probably go ahead and talk about it more on it, right? So this is the platform that I was talking about, right? So this is going to be the tool which is Microsoft MSIdentity Tools, right? And here you can see that this is Microsoft's customer experience team has built this using on top of Microsoft Graph PowerShell, right? And this is going to be pretty straightforward where you can simply install it and run those commands and leverage it, right? And this is going to help and solve so many problems for IT folks and even people who wanted to learn and get into the system or learn into the IT field and script as well. So this is going to help everyone across, right? And it has a collection of commandlets that we can use across Graph SDK PowerShell module, and which is going to simplify the all the different as well as common tasks for administrators, right? And we can go ahead and do that, right? So I have already PowerShell open with me. So I'm going to simply copy this commandlet and then I'm going to install it over here, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Hit enter. So this is the PowerShell 7 version, and that is why you can see that it is going to simply install it. Once it is installed, we should be able to go ahead and run those commands. All right, let's install it here. So I'm going to install all. That is why I pressed one or pressed A button here, and then it's going to install all the required commandlets that it needs to be executed, right? And then it is going to work as expected. So let's see, and we can see how it or how much time it's going to take, and let's see. So this might take a bit of time. Meantime, we can go back to the page here, and you can see that this is also available on the PowerShell gallery if in case we wanted to download. And here we can see that it has some of the release notes as Microsoft has many different products and they do have their release information as well, right? So we can go down here. There is a support page. here where we can go ahead and maybe ask questions or something like that, then contributing. So as I said, it's a kind of community project that they have built, which is built by Microsoft Entra customers experience team. So definitely it's going to be pretty handy, and they are working and building, and they have a lot many things to do on this one, right? So let's see. Okay, it is still trying to install. Probably we can just go back to this page. And here you can see that there is one command reference, right? So command reference is going to, let's say if you click on this one, you can see all the different commands, right? So from the beginning, from add MSID principal or service principal to all other different commandlets, right? And you can run all those commandlets to get the different reports, different results, and definitely those are going to provide you a lot of details across the entire tenant, right? So I'm going to run few of those commandlets as well, and then we'll show you how it is going to work, and should be able to. Okay, all right, seems it is completed. So just clear the screen, and then, okay, so let's go back, and it's already installed. So I'm going to open up another command. So this is another command. I already installed this one, right? Probably we just need to run this command, connect to Graph PowerShell, and then we can run the MFA report. So let's say I wanted to export Azure MFA report. I will simply connect to Graph PowerShell, and then we will go ahead and execute that one. All right, it is going to authenticate. So it needs authentication. Perfect, that's completed. You can see that it is authenticated with my ID over here, and then we are good here too. Just go ahead and use that command, right? So you can see that it is going to show a report like this one, and then it's going to be pretty straightforward and handy as well. Also, you can see the complete description about this commandlet with few of the examples, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then parameters as well, right? So Excel workbook path, then sign in JSON path, pass through days and users, and authentication method endpoint. So these are the different parameters as well. And then notes and ID free tenants. So how we can do that as well? If you are using free tenant, additional steps are required to download, sign in. So this is for the free tenants. From there we can just download that report, right? And run the script. This one is going to use that report as well, right? And then there are some other details where it is going to show delay in reporting of the status and authentication methods, and then MFA status when using identity federation. So if you look into this one, so this has complete details that we really need to go through and make use of it appropriately so that we can, get the complete details, whatever we are looking for, right? So for now, I'm just going to I'll just copy this whole commandlet and come back here and enter, right? So let's say I have already connected and enter this or run this command, and you can see that this is running, and it is going to take a bit of time because it has to. You can see that it is querying that sign-in logs, and then it is just try to find that details, and then it's going to get that details. So it says that getting sign-in logs for last 29 days from this date to now, right? So from that particular date till now, it is going to process all those logs and then export it for us, and then it's going to provide it as a report. So from there, we can simply go ahead and analyze those logs, analyze those details, and identify which has MFA enabled, which is not, and what is the action. And basis on that, we can simply go ahead and enforce the right set of actions that we wanted to push through on the devices, and then basis on not devices basically, but the user identities, and then it's going to simply provide us that details, right? So basis on that, we would be able to take different actions as an IT folks, IT pros, right? And then definitely we have different ways to do it. You can see that it is completed now, right? And we can just go back to this path. So I'll just simply copy this path and get into that path here. And we should be able to see this one. All right, so this is the file here. Just open it up and we would be able to see something of the complete report, right? So let's see. So perfect. Here you can see that there are two users, right? And MFA status is enabled. And here you can see that these are the Azure portal access, right? Then Azure CLI, Azure PowerShell, authentication methods. Here you can see first account has enabled passkey, then phone, authenticator, and OTP application. And then it is going to show us user ID as well. So this is that report where you can see the complete details. And this is the MFA report, but MFA readiness report. It has drafted a chart for us, which is going to be pretty straightforward. And this is also very great one to see what is there, what is not there, how we can improve on if in case we wanted to add something else, right? And then if we wanted to add user IDs, and so this is pretty handy and very nice report, right? So because basis on that, our requirements, we can just simply add or change filters, something like that, and then we can use this report, right? Even this report is very pretty straightforward and handy in order to forward this to different teams just to analyze what is happening there, what is not happening, or what is needed, what is not needed. And basis on that, we can go ahead and take the actions, right? So this is how something we can go ahead and export and do the further steps, further analyzation of the reports and everything together. And it is going to simply provide us all of that details for us, right? So yeah, that is how it is going to be. And also you can see that these are the permissions needed, as I said. And while connecting to the Graph API, I had exported or I had connected to the Graph PowerShell using these permissions, and that is why it has exported all of that, right? Also, it is going to show a report like this one. I'll just simply open it in another tab where you can see that it has given not MFA capable, MFA capable, and MFA capable plus signed in with MFA, right? So these are the different statuses it is going to show us, and then it is going to provide all of that details, right? So this is something which is pretty straightforward and really nice to see what is happening, what is not happening, how we can improve on, right? So let me do one thing. Let me rerun again or the different name so that we can see what is happening there. Because since last 30 days, there were only 2 user accounts which are using, and there is no other activity. That's why we got only these 2 accounts over here. So let's see if it's going to probably give us the same accounts as I said, there are no more activities and actions in the tenant. as an end user side, but that is why it is just going to collect all those details and provide it us for validation verification. But when we have corporate tenant and we would have hundreds and thousands of users active, they are using it regularly and logging into systems and accessing the applications, right? And that way it is going to be okay this way. Let's open that file and see what is up. Perfect. So you can see that this report is open, and even this report has also the same data because there is no change at all, right? So yeah, this is how it is going to provide us the report, and we would be able to use it very clearly and very nicely so that we can get the complete details of different reports. Also, if you go back to the portal over here, right, and click on this one, you can see all the different commandlets, and probably I'll just do one thing, this one, which is list and categorize privilege for delegated permissions, what two permissions, and here is the example as well, right? So if in case we wanted to run this or get the report, I think it is going to just need install modules. So I just install Excel PowerShell module as well. Okay, it is installing. Okay, seems that's already installed. Probably we can just jump on and then I will connect to this. All right, that's done. Let's go ahead and copy this commandlet and I will give it a different name. Hit enter, right? So what this command is going to do is it's going to export all the application consents grant report. Oh, seems there is an error. It says module this one with version this not found. To resolve installing this bin version this is currently to match. Okay, so seems it needs this version. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'll simply copy it and let me install this module. Perfect, it's installing one, and once that is done, we should be good here. Okay, it has given a warning. What it's saying is currently in use. Try the operation of closing the application. Okay, that's strange. So I'll just copy it and probably I'll just exit, then open up the PowerShell module, the PowerShell 7. Run as administrator. Then I can just write again. And let's see, it should come up. Okay, see, it's okay. It is installing and probably just validating. Perfect. So it has installed successfully, and let's copy this out and come back here and give it a different name. Hit enter, and this should work now. Okay, it has connected to the graph. And let's see what is happening. Okay, so it says version not found. Okay, that is strange. What I will do is I will install this module with this version and we can rerun, right? So probably if you don't have the right set of modules installed, then we would see these kind of errors, and those errors will come up because if those are not, or required modules are not installed, then definitely that's going to be something which is not going to work at all. So we need to rectify those by either deleting it or by simply uh, removing and reinstalling, right? So I'll just try this out instead of putting other methods or something like that. Okay, it says retrieving 903 or 938 service principles, and this can take some time. Okay, so all right, that's pretty fast. And it is now exporting on delegation level. You can see that it is exporting delegated permissions as well. And we should be able to do that, or it should do it quickly and fast. So it is pretty great and straightforward tool, I would say. And as soon as it helps and resolves our blockers, it should be something which is going to be pretty straightforward. Okay, it has been found on this object. Okay. Okay, it is still processing and it is also giving some of the errors. So probably once it is executed successfully, then only we'll come to know whether it has exported or it has given some errors on each of those service principles, right? So let's wait for a minute and it is going to complete that process. You can see that the number is blinking over there and the number is number is changing fast. So moving to the next. All right. That's completing. Okay, completing saving reports. Okay, so the report is over here. Okay, let's go back and I'll just search it. Error saving file at this one. Okay, so seems there was an error and file did not save it successfully. So no worries. But this is going to be something which is going to help us and provide the details. And not only this one was failed or is failing, but there are many different commandlets which we can try and test. And definitely it's worth exploring and testing and doing all the different exports and get the details about its applications or whatever you wanted to export and perform the actions, right? So yeah, this way we can go ahead and run it. Let's say this one, get MSID 365 endpoints, and I'll simply just clear the screen and try it out. Perfect. So here you can see that it has given all the different endpoints for us, which are available for us to, make the right set of configurations across the organization for different services, for different capabilities, right? Now you might be wondering why we need this one, because when we have hybrid environment and we have enterprise managed network, that means we should have appropriate right set of ports, right set of endpoints, and connectivity between Microsoft infrastructure to run these services correctly without any issues. And in that case, we would need all of these endpoints, right? So yeah, this way we can simply export it, right? So that's all for this video I wanted to show you and talk about, right? And there are so many things that we can talk and explore on these topics, right? So we should be able to do that quickly here, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Hope you will like it and hope you learned something new about this one. And let me know in the comments if you have used this before. Was there any challenges, issues, and any problems that you faced? And I would be able to answer those questions and happy to collaborate on anything that you wanted to know and work on, right? So yeah, that's all for this one. Don't forget to like this video and share this video with your friends and colleagues and people around you so that they can also learn something new, and definitely it's going to be win-win for everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well so that you can also get the new videos every time once those are uploaded, and you can learn new every time, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.